and the fictional part tells a lot about it anyway, even though it's a little disguised when you read it, because there's some really, it's very surreal how it's written, the fictional aspects of it.
Okay. Now your brother, creativity seems to run in the family because your brother is also an author, correct?
Yeah, he wrote a book on the county that we live in, our home county, or the one that he used to live in, the one I live in. I'm sitting here giving away where I live and stuff, which I don't really typically do. But
you don't have to say where
I live. Right. But,
you don't have to say.
He wrote a book on hauntings. He's very into the paranormal, and I used to be part of his Central Illinois Paranormal Association group, and we went on a lot of investigations together. We haven't done that for a while. I know he's starting to get back into writing. He released that book, I think it was earlier this year. No, it was probably, no, it was probably later last year. But it is a really good book, very well researched. It's called, Spirits of the Sailings, I believe is the title of it. I hope I'm pronouncing Sailings right. About the hauntings in this county. It can be found on Amazon. He did a book signing, local book signing here, sold, over 150 copies of it, and it turned out really well for him. And I know he's trying to get back into writing again. I don't know what he's going to do. I know he's wanting to get back into writing more on the paranormal.
So it's in your blood then, creativity. The two of you, the family.
Sure.
What about any future projects beyond Pop Illuminati and everything you have to put out through Dynatalks?
I talked to Jordan through Dynatalks, and I don't know if this is going to be, well, first of all, I don't know if this one's going to be actually released as part of the chat book of Pop Illuminati Volume 1 yet. Or if it's going to be a project by itself, but I think it is going to be part of the chat book, and it's an extra, because if there's going to be an ebook, which it looks like there likely will be, on the Pop Illuminati volumes. In the chat book of Pop Illuminati Volume 1, there's going to be, I haven't developed the title yet, but it's going to be about Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, the 1980s movie. And we're both a big fan of that movie, Jordan and I. And it'll probably be it's going to be non-fiction, but there'll be the fictional and metafictional aspects to it as well. And it's going to be how that movie relates to the Illuminati and the New World Order conspiracy. So that'll be
that sounds incredible. Now, were you worried about any copyright? Are you worried about any copyright issues or anything?
Well, as far as...
Well, you said Halloween 3. I mean... No.
No. I don't worry about that. If there's copyright issues and somebody wants to make us think about it, that's more publicity. But other projects that I have in the works or in my mind right now, or that I've already written some stuff out, another one I've talked to Jordan about is an Illuminati Christmas Carol, which, I hope to have, which will be out later this year for Christmas, which would be, if, of course, it's accepted, I want to be
this should be interesting.
Right, so I don't even think he's ready yet, but, I'm hoping that turns out really well. I'm really proud of that.
Okay.
And then there's a couple other things, one called Shall Be Mine, female named Shelby Mine, and it'll probably it's going to be more realistic, but it'll have some magical realism elements in it too, and it's about a man that who is in close working quarters with a new employee at his job, and he kind of falls head over heels for her, but in his could he be a little delusional that she shares the same feelings, and she's got Crohn's disease and degenerative bone disease, and that ought to be really good. It also takes place during a time when he was just asked to write a book about pop culture and the Illuminati. So I'm really looking forward to that one too.
I'm looking forward to all of these, and you can find his work at www.dynatalksministries.com. That's DYNATOX. Randy, thank you for joining us, and keep up the good fight, because somebody has to, even if it is killed.
Thanks a lot, Jeremy and Daniel, and it was nice finally talking to you in person like this, or by phone at least.
Okay, I look forward to Pop Illuminati, and we'll help spread the word. Is there a release date for them yet?
No, but I think probably in July. It's on pre-order now. You can buy Pop Illuminati Volume 1, the chapbook. It just started today, the pre-order, and Great Flex, the New World Order, the chapbook version. Like I said, you can get the older version, but this newer version of Great Flex, New World Order, which is supposed to be released actually before Pop Illuminati, through Dynatox. But this newer version of Great Flex, the New World Order, it's going to have extras in it, including a short story that's sort of confessional about myself, and it's conspiracy covered, conspiracy based, New World Order conspiracy based, and it's also a story it's the same story that's going to be my story and Jordan's anthology piece from other writers called Apocalypse, based on his Beyond the Valley of the Apocalypse donkey book, which is really good. So I'll have that, but I also have a new introduction by myself and an introduction by Jordan Call, the Great Flex New World Order, that is. And afterward, I can't remember the author's full name. Antonio Gogoli. I can't pronounce it. The Gogoli. And I'm going to be reading a book that is coming in too. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. Well, Randy, good luck with everything. Unfortunately, the clock's got us. But I hope you'll consider submitting something to Spreaker this sometime. And, maybe when you have a few more books under your belt, you come back and we'll do this again.
Sounds great. I look forward to that. I had a lot of fun.
All right, fantastic. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Alright. Yeah, my speakers are really bipolar today. They're either like really loud or it's like the pickup is really low,
Well, that went pretty well, don't you think?
Yeah, that went pretty well. That was definitely interesting.
I think that was Randy Cunningham's first interview ever as a writer, so
Really?
Sherry.
Wow. Well, I guess that we should be glad he felt comfortable enough with us then.
Yeah, he's a brilliant writer, and I had read Great Flex, the New World Order, and I look forward to reading more from him. Seems like this is really going to be his year, and I cannot wait to read Illuminati Christmas Carol. That just sounds like a riot,
Yeah.
So, the August issue is really coming together. I submitted this story called The Gray Factory to this place called Spreaker, and I'm got my fingers crossed, hoping to hear back. You think they'll take it?
I don't know. I hear they're pretty full and they're pretty elite.
So, is there anything else that we need to cover?
I think we're good for this week. I just have a piece of crap computer that constantly is messing up, but other than that, you know.
We heard what Randy said about Bill Gates being part of the conspiracy. It explains it right there.
I know, he's just trying to drive me insane or something.
So we can't do strawberry test anymore and expose the government. I need to sum up.
Oh my god, that was it. He ruined my computer for that purpose and reason.
So, let's see. Open lines. Buy me is on Amazon. Buy my book. Please buy our book, Alien, Sex, and Sociopaths. Also on Amazon. Help Douglas Hackle and Joseph Patchen and myself and Daniel acquire our first royalties. That would be swell, wouldn't it?
It would be, but we have like 20 other people to share them with, so the most we'd get is like $20.
Dollar menu, here I come.
Yeah, I know. All right.
I swear there's one more thing we need to touch on, and that's our guest for next week. As of right now, I confirmed this a week ago, and I'm going to follow up with him. But Tony Rock, one of my favorite new short story authors, who put out eyeballs growing all over me again, but for Race Red Press. We conducted an interview with him that he answered with multiple choice answers in the April issue of Spreaker, and we're going to take another shot at interviewing him. Maybe this time we'll get a more stripped down, human Tony Rock, and since he's done the whimsical approach, and see what really makes his makes him tick as a writer and a storyteller, and.
You gotta get those hard-hitting questions.
We do what now?
You gotta prepare those hard-hitting questions. Do the Barbara Walters interview.
Right.
Ask him.
He also has new stories appearing in the August issue.
Yeah, he does. I've Got the Worry and Mr. Smarty Pants Pills.
Both of which are brilliant, and if you're not already clued into Tony Rock as a writer, do yourself a favor and pick up Eyeballs Growing All Over Me again through Race Red Press. Take a gamble on Tony Rock. He lives to write, and his short stories, you'll never meet a short story like Tony Rock's ever again. So we look forward to catching up with him and see how he's been doing since we talked to him in the April issue. And I guess that wraps it up for this week.
Yes, it does. And thanks for joining us again, and have a great rest of your week working, guys. All right.